I only have the two steering paddles.
We're getting the canoes rigged up down here at my brother's place in Kamiloloa. And we head up to Lohiau Pauole's house. And the plan is we're gonna go down to Keawanui Fish Pond with the crew from ʻāina Momona. And we're gonna do some sailing in the fish pond, which is kind of a super cool idea that my brother had from a long time ago. We are here today at Keawanui Fish Pond to kind of spread the knowledge of voyaging. We are currently developing our entity on island called Hui Waa o Molokai, our voyaging nonprofit. It's not a new vision. It's something that's been on our minds for generations. It started with back in the 70s with my dad and Auntie Penny.
You know, sailing is just another piece of cultural knowledge that can help us to become better stewards. It's another way to be connected. It's like plugging in, to our kupuna. Because our ancestors sailed. That's who they are. We come from canoes, sailing canoes. We can learn so much from sailing. And that's probably an aspect of our culture that Molokai has been missing for a long time. And it'll just further connect us and take it to another level.
You know, we have a lot of community members of Molokai that have sailed on other waʻa around the state, but we've never had a waʻa here to call our own for sailing, nor a program. And so the vision right now is that we're bringing our community together, and we're in the process of organizing a nonprofit. Its mission will essentially be to use waʻa to educate, inspire, train, and hopefully create future generations of Molokai residents who will be ready to sail on the bigger waʻa. I've had the opportunity and the privilege to sail inter-island and all over the place. And
now more than ever, we need to be more self-reliant. And this is a tradition that our kupuna have employed ever since. They came across on canoes. They were traveling in between islands, whether it's for sharing resources, visiting family. So putting that skill set back in our hands provides more options for our community.
Today we're introduced to the pond, the sailing canoe. That's one part of the Hawaiian culture that we never did really use in our fish pond. And at first I was kind of skeptical, you know, being a land guy and not used to two canoes or the water. But after watching them and after getting in them and actually going out, I see it's not only efficient, but it gives you a sense of pride that you're doing them the old way. This is another component of Aloha ʻāina and being Hawaiian.
This is epic, bro.
It was really exciting because, you know, you're just surrounded by all of these symbols of not just the past, but of culture that are still living here on Molokai today. So to be in a waʻa, to be in a Hawaiian fish pond, to be with the people you grew up with, friends and family, I think that's probably the best combination I can think of.
So much of this comes from the legacy that we have on Molokai in the sailing community through iconic figures like Auntie Penny Martin and Uncle Mel Pa'oa, both of whom have given most of us our first opportunities to step onto waʻa and to experience it for the first time. What we're asking is that, you know, we're asking our friends across the state, around the world, to support us in this startup phase. We need some funding to get ourselves off the ground. And ultimately, we also have a piece of land that's being offered to us to have as a home base on the shore in Kaunakakai, 24 acres of land. And that's part of the dream as well. It's not just to get the nonprofit started up, but to acquire this property so that we can have a place to house these activities and house the waʻa, and also to partner with other nonprofits who work on Aloha ʻāina, to ecosystem restoration, watershed management. And so it's a space where we can really bring the best of our community together to partner to create a space that will really uplift our entire community.